Hello everyone, it's Elizabeth here, and I am now with Bill Dow, who's come over from Seattle. You did a one-day workshop just before the PMO conference, didn't you?
Yeah, how to build, run, and shut down a PMO.
Okay.
So it was wonderful.
Tell us about that then.
Yeah, so we basically broke down, I don't know, way too many slides clearly, but it was an 8-hour class, and we walked people through how to build, and then how to run, and then finally how to shut down, which is really reversing building and running. Mm-hmm. And it went great. And so a lot of people were focused on building, and they always are. And we were talking to the class about, hey, you know, what happens to running? Like, how do you actually run a PMO once you build it? And so people were really excited about that section of it. And then we jumped to shutting down, which is really reversing the steps of building and running. So it went really well.
Great, because I think I always think of building a PMO. When you think about PMOs, it's always about setup, engaging stakeholders and all the rest of it. And you actually don't really think much about what it means to be in steady state.
Yeah.
Or that end of life cycle where somebody says, no, this isn't working.
Right.
How do you shut it down and keep morale?
Yeah, and that's tough. And I go into it in a lot of detail on really the emotional side of it. Because you as a PMO manager, it's your responsibility to move the people to their next jobs. But you're also thinking about your own job. And you're thinking about your mortgage and your kids and your health care and all that stuff, right? And so it's really, and what I say in my term is the PMO manager becomes a leader when you help your people through that process.
Yes.
Because it's really emotional. It's really scary.
Yeah. They've started playing music for us.
Oh, nice. Awesome.
So one of the things that you can do as a PMO, you can only really do a great work job as a PMO if your projects are getting delivered. Yeah. Do you agree?
I totally agree. And I think the fundamental, and we're at this conference and there are some exciting stuff and digital and where are we going with PMOs and stuff, but I think it's rooted on project management.
Yes.
And that's where you've really kind of focused in and making people get their projects on time and get them delivered successfully. And I think you have to start there. Yeah. And then go to programs, right? And then go to portfolios, but it all roots on project management.
Because if we're not delivering anything, the PMO basically has nothing to report on.
That's right, yeah. But there's different types of PMOs too, right? And so you could be like a supportive PMO where you're just giving best practices, and so you don't actually have to be around the delivery.
True.
So there are different types of PMOs, but generally when we think of PMOs and we come to these conferences, they tend to be around project delivery oriented, but there are actually different types. It would be just a reporting PMO or a supportive PMO, providing that data out there.
Cool. So your presentation today at the conference is out the way now.
Yes, thankfully. It's always fun.
It's nice to be early in the day, isn't it?
Yes.
So what are you hoping to get out of the rest of the day?
Just figure out where everyone's thinking and where the mind's shift is at. So for example, we sat through the digital PMO and kind of what could that look like and what does PMO 3.0 look like. There's a bots presentation coming up. I'm so excited about that one because bots are taking over and I'll sit through and see how we can bring bots into the PMO. So yeah, I'm excited about that.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of stuff on industry trends, where we're all going.
And it's just like I said, it just keeps moving and moving and moving. So it's hard to keep up sometimes.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
excellent.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay.